Hello TV family, welcome back to Ted and Vero TV. My name is Veronica and this is my husband.
Hi, I'm Ted.
Thank you so much for joining us today on another episode of Ted and Vero TV. Today we'll be talking about why I cut my hair, the reason for which I chopped it all off. Let's get into it. So a few weeks ago, one of our viewers asked my husband a question. What's wrong with your wife? And that question was under a story that we had posted where my husband and I were having lunch and my hair was extremely short because I had just gotten a haircut. And so the question was, what is wrong with your wife? And my husband responded very nicely that there is absolutely nothing wrong with her. It's just that she chooses to wear her hair short sometimes. And sometimes she chooses to wear it long. But from there, we've also gotten some other questions like, why do you choose to cut your hair? Why do you wear your hair like this? Like, I don't know what the deal is. Hey, I guess if people are curious, then there must be a reason for that curiosity. So I want to address some of that today. First of all, I want to make sure that you understand that as a believing woman, a Christian, I do believe that our hair is our covering. But I also do believe that what the scripture was actually pinpointing at is our character. Because as a woman, you can have long hair, the most gorgeous, long and natural hair, and you can have a terrible character. And that does not mean anything. So if you are doing one thing and you are not doing another, then there is a problem. So if you are telling me that, oh, listen, I'm wearing my hair long as the Bible instructs me, but I'm the worst human being possible out there, then there is a problem. God does not look at outward appearance to define who we are or to justify the things that we are doing. He does not look at anything on the outside. He looks at our heart. And every time I sit down and I examine myself, the questions I ask myself is, am I pleasing the Lord? It's not, oh, would God like this earring I'm wearing today? Would God like the way, let's say, my hair is set up today? Those are not the questions I ask myself. The question I ask myself is my character pleasing the Lord today? The way I treated this sister, was that right? The way I treat my husband, is that right? You know, those are the questions that as a believer I ask myself. I want to make that very clear before I continue in regards to why I cut my hair. But before I even do that, I want to ask Ted a question. Did you like my hair short or long?
Well, I like your hair both ways, to be honest.
You do?
Yeah, any way that you want to wear it is what I prefer. It helps that you're so gorgeous that it doesn't really matter what you do with yourself. You just look great no matter what. But something else I want to point out in particular with African women is I love wigs even. Wigs look great, but I think that it's very important that African women celebrate their natural look, their natural hair.
A lot of the reason why we choose to wear wigs, our hair break a lot when it's in, you know, when we are in the sun and when we do a lot of things, our hair tends to break. And so sometimes those wigs and stuff, when we cornrow our hair is underneath it, they're a protective style to help, you know, our hair, our natural hair not get damaged and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Well, and don't get me wrong, again, I actually love wigs too on black women. They look fantastic. And you have a lot of wigs that I really love. When we go into a beauty salon and they've got wigs all over the place, I'm looking at them thinking, how would Veronica look in this wig? How would Veronica look in that wig? I think it's really awesome. You can just be versatile, like in 2 seconds, change your whole look up and it looks great. And it has a lot to do with this melanin, you know, the skin tone. It's just so flattering for so many different types of wigs. You know, you can get away with all this stuff. African women can get away with all kinds of wigs just because their skin tone is so flattering to so many different styles and so many different wigs. So
anyway, let's get back to the actual reason for this video. So the reason for which I decided to cut my hair was nothing in regards to my health, as that person had pinpointed. So I want to make sure I say that, okay? And because a lot of people who have sicknesses like cancer and stuff, I sympathize so much with those people not having your hair, you know what I mean? And then someone like me deciding that, okay, you know what, cut it all off. So it can be a little, you know, confusing for some people. Like, why do you choose to cut something that is perfectly healthy while other people wish they could keep theirs? You know what I mean? It was a personal reason, and that reason was for me to feel renewed. I had my long hair for the longest time, you know, but every time I realized this about me, every time I get to a certain stage in my life where I feel like I need a new beginning, I'm like, you know what? My hair is something that I'm holding on to. And if I let go, then I'm creating that new beginning for myself. So when I decide that, okay, I'm going to cut it all off today, it's because deep within me, I'm feeling like I need to be renewed. I need a new start, not in regards to, you know, my marriage or anything like that, but a new start within myself to reinvent myself, you know, when it comes to my character and my nature. Because every time I get a fresh cut, I feel like, okay, I can start over. This is an opportunity for me to press the reset button over and over again.
Yeah.
And then, you know, give myself that opportunity to just start over and to be the best version of myself. Because as my hair is growing, I'm also growing in character, in love. You know what I mean? So when it gets a certain level, I'm like, okay, I've come far. You know, so this morning I was looking at it and I'm like, oh, look at this journey I'm on. And I've come so far. You know what I mean? So it's not just a physical thing. It's actually a spiritual thing for me as well.
Yeah.
Whenever I decide that, okay, I'm going to cut my hair. So it's not because of anything when it comes to my health, but it's because I personally want to feel renewed and refreshed and so on and so forth. And that is the reason why I choose to cut my hair. So if you decide to cut your hair, don't let anyone hold you back. Hey, make that decision and do it. Hair grows back. It's just hair. You know what I mean? Even though when it gets cold, you know, your scalp might get cold, but you know, it does grow back. You don't have to hold on to it because of fear of being criticized or being looked at a certain way, because society has made hair such an important thing. I remember in 2010 to 2015, a lot of Black women were actually cutting off their hair. They had made the decision that, listen, we will no longer be wearing perms. Perms is a chemical that we used to, you know, perm our hair and stuff like that. We will no longer be doing that. But, you know, when it comes to our hair, like my husband was saying, it's actually not easy to take care of it. You know, it's actually very difficult sometimes.
It takes a lot of work. It can be very expensive.
Very expensive. Natural hair can be very expensive to take care of. Contrary to popular opinions, it can be very expensive to take care of. So sometimes if you decide that, hey, listen, to save a little back here and there, I'm going to also cut it all off. That is your decision. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Do what makes you happy, and at the end of the day, like I said, it will grow back. And if it doesn't grow back, you're okay too.
People will always have an opinion about what you do.
Exactly.
Whether it's about, you know, a financial move that you're going to make, a relationship you're about to get into, whatever idea you have, right down to the hair that's on your head. So really, don't take any of that seriously. We just need to honestly be more empathetic and open-minded and seek to understand people and what they do rather than to judge. Or simply just accept that that was their decision and don't worry about it. Like the fact that people want to get involved in how somebody's wearing their hair and feel like they can take some sort of self-righteous position about it. Like there's a right way and a wrong way. Life is way more complex than all women need to have 18-inch long hair straight to the center of their back or else. You know, it just doesn't work that way.
It doesn't.
And it's missing the point, as my wife has already stated. So anyway, I celebrate the versatility of my wife's hairstyles and all that she can do with it. I wish I could do more with my hair, but I mean,
and I think that you should look how you want to look, you know what I mean? As long as what you have on, and we've done a video about this in the past in regards to if what you put on does not honor God, then take it off, you know what I mean? So if you are doing something and deep within your heart it doesn't honor God, and you will know if something honors God or it does not. You feel within you that okay, God is speaking to me and this is not the right clothes to wear today. This is not the way I should portray myself when I go out there today. You will know. And so just keep that in mind, you know what I mean? But be yourself, and if you are a person that easily judge others because they don't look the way they are supposed to look, the way society wants them to look, then please consider, you know, how you comment and how you speak to people, because sometimes it can be taken like harshly. Like if I didn't have like the confidence and the, you know, the bulldozer character that I have, I probably would have been like, oh man, is there something wrong with me? Oh, you know, I'll start like being all emotional and stuff. And some people will get affected by what you say. So keep that in mind when you are commenting and you are saying stuff about what people wear and stuff like that. You know, I've gotten so many comments on some of my wigs. I'm like, man, leave your girl alone. Let a girl live a little. But
99.9% of everyone that comments upon my wife's appearance, though, is just like showering her with praise.
Yeah, so a lot of people have,
it hasn't been that tough.
It hasn't been that tough. A lot of people have commented, praised. You know, they've said nice things. So I don't want to take that credit different people
Yeah.
that have been so nice.
Yeah.
But to anyone else who does not understand, stay with us, subscribe, and eventually you will get it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll get it. But on that note, I want to say thank you so much for joining us and watching today's video. Don't forget to like and to subscribe. And please, if you have any suggestions on how I should wear my hair, I'll take it anyway
Into consideration.
Thank you, everybody. Have a wonderful day.
See you next time.
See you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.